Alrighty, we are still in the Solar, talking to Minfilia in Memory of Moenbryda. How did I not... So obviously I've done all these story quests before, and I would have had to click on this freaking quest name, but I suppose I would have had to know who Moenbryda was, which would have required reading quest text, reading dialogue, paying attention to and or not skipping cutscenes and full motion videos and whatnot. So I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt and say that that's the reason why I didn't notice that this quest was literally titled In Memory of Moenbryda. As Moenbryda was a native of Sharlayan, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found at Ratherfrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul, and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Okay, literally none of that. I don't know what any of that means. I know Sharlayan, obviously, and, paying respects and such, but I couldn't even pronounce one of those names. So, Ratherfrost? It's like Rather Frost, but they have eliminated the R at the end of Rather, so it's Ratherfrost? Or Wraithfrost, maybe? I don't know. She didn't say it in a voice acting thing, so I'm just guessing. As is tradition. So we'll fly, my pretties, with our little, I should probably switch back to Red Mage. We'll fly, butterfly, south, a little bit of west, mostly south, to the entrance. I guess this isn't the northern. So this is just a kind of peninsula in this land that is. It's got a large kind of crystal tree. It's like a tree that looks kind of like the colors of purple, bluish crystal. But I think it's a tree. I don't think it's a crystal. And we're taking a knee. There's a large stone in front of the tree that also seems to be kind of tipped with like the blue purple crystal. Something happens behind you that makes you turn around, and then the kind of screen goes dark. We have a cutscene kind of focusing on the stone. It's kind of like a triangular stone, not perfect, but kind of like an arrowhead, but a large 15-ish foot tall arrowhead. Thancred kneels before it, places some white flowers. Everyone's got their hands to their chest, covering their heart. Well, except for Ida. Ida's is near her chin. Y'shtola doesn't have
Forgive me, Moenbryda. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Next.
Life for death, a fair exchange.
If you can't tell by the voice, this is Midgard Sormer in that kind of like little dragon pet thing that you have been given. In the form of that, the voice is coming from that little dragon. It kind of winked into existence next to you and then, started talking.
Other bargains will be struck.
And then he blinks out. I guess there will be more suffering in exchange for succeeding at our goals, which, you know, is pretty common, I suppose, in real life even. Gotta fly under this rock. Can't fly no higher. There's a rock too high, I can't fly over. 'Cause I'm limited in my elevation. If you need me, call me, but it cannot be too high. 'Cause once again, I'm limited in my elevation, baby. Can't fly too high now. Such a wordsmith, which is weird because my last name is Smith. It's not weird at all. Just a coincidence. There's nothing really attached to it. Just random coincidence. Plus, to be called a wordsmith, you probably have to be better with them, and certainly I'm not. I occasionally have little strokes of genius, but they're very little. Though we have said our farewells, we're back in the Solar. The pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Mercy? I do. And the quest is over, in Memory of Moenbryda. There's another cutscene, though. "'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles... Stop it. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisoix, Moenbryda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more." I'm going to take a drink here. I don't think it's going to do a lot of good, but we'll see. Water to the rescue. "I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Mercy. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness." That's not true. "You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. I am positive that all of the Scions would understand and be pillars for you and with you, Minfilia. A victory won, a comrade lost, to honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day." These are words that are popping up on a black screen. I'm not sure if I can click. Nope, I don't have to. Okay, they fade away. I had more time to read them than I thought. Alright. We're at 8.5 minutes. Mask of Grief is the next quest. "Have you a moment, Mercy? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles." You don't need to ask a favor of me to talk to Ida. Ida is awesome. They're all awesome. I will talk to any of them anytime. "She's not been herself since Moenbryda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast." Yeah, dude, I love Ida. She's a badass, like, punchy gal, you know? I will talk to her. I will go on a date with her. Did I say that out loud? I mean, Riley, not Mercy. Although Mercy would also go. Mercy's kind of, you know, she can go with the flow, kind of, you know. I'm gonna stop. Cutscene talking to Ida. That was all a joke. I'm not actually attracted to characters in the game. "Hey, it's Mercy. Great." "Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moen, however you want to pronounce it. She just said M-O-E-N, so I was going to say Moen, but it's Moenbryda, would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and is ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Ratherfrost, however you want to pronounce it. Wraithfrost. Ratherfrost. Rothyfrost. Frosty flakes. Flakes of frost. Riley, why are you saying flakes? That's not a word that's in that thing at all. Cause I'm me. But I apologize for who I am as a person. Alright. I think she's up top here. I remember this a little bit. So we're kind of in the northern part of Moenbryda, the northern part of Revenant's Toll. There's kind of like a castle, kind of keep castle walls that are kind of built into a mountain, sort of. Like a hollowed out kind of mountain, sort of again. But anyway, we're at the, it's not the second floor. Okay, my bad. Is it this part? No. So it's the bottom floor. Let's go down here. I've never gone down these steps before. I've never gone down these steps before. Well, we're gonna go down now. Here's Rowena. She's behind a long kind of Tetris-shaped desk. You know that Tetris piece that goes like up, left, and then up again? I don't know what it's called. S-shaped, sort of, but not really. Anyway. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Hand over the flower payment. Eh? They've got you running errands now? Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it that you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods know she needs to. She's not that bad. She just tells it like it is. I'm fine with that. I'm cool. I like a little bit directness in a person. Just tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's going on in your head. Don't make me guess. Don't make me try to act around you based on what I think you're thinking. Just fucking tell me. Moenbryda. Wait, why are you outside? Oh, she's at Ratherfrost, whatever. Ratherfrost. My bee. I'm gonna be. I mean, the direction of the little quest bubble that's like the next spot I'm supposed to go to was in the direction of the Solars, so like you can't really blame me. Although you can, because I literally read the text out loud that she wanted to place it. That she could have wanted to meet me at the Solar and then travel together to the Wraithfrost, whatever. Wraithfrost. So, okay, kind of as a zoomed out view of this, it is a tree. You got your trunk roughly 10 to 15 feet tall. From that, you have a large, a couple forks. So one is a short, so it's a three-pronged fork. Anyway, whatever. One is short and then has leaves coming off of it in a wide kind of bush kind of thing. And you have two more forks that go up and up more, and they also fork off in their own kind of things. Fork off. And have their leaves and stuff. But it looks like a tree made of crystal now that I kind of give it a better look. And that stone that's in front of it, the kind of arrowhead, triangular shaped stone, has a image of a scroll etched into it now. I don't remember it having that before. And Ida is here. Ugh, Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Hand over the moon daisy. Moenbryda loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Cutscene, fade to black. Ida kneels, takes one knee before the stone, and places the flower before it, the white moonflower.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
The little Midgard Sormer wyvern pet thing we have has flown up next to you and is speaking again. And then winks out of existence again. We hear some kind of dragon sounds from on high and see 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, just 12 maybe drakes flying across the sky toward...
Is that what I think it is?
Toward what looks like a kind of glowing, kind of sun-colored sphere that has some patches missing.
Hello, can you hear me?
I was gonna say you get a headache, but no, it's just your earpiece. Alphinaud's talking to you.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
You let Ida know you got word from Alphinaud, and the two of you go running off. One would think back to the Rising Stones, Rising Stones, I guess that's right. But you get to fly back, or teleport if you wish, but it's only like a 15-ish second flight here. Jazz wolf, jazz wolf, jazz wolf. The rising stones and the lightning strikes. We'll run into the solar and enter the solar. E talketh to le Alphinoeth. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moenbryda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Mask of Grief is now over. We're at 18 and a quarter minutes. We're going to keep going. Defenders for Ishgard. Cutscene faded black. Do I have to talk, or are they going to talk? No, they're going to talk. I have to talk. The envoy is here. Lucia? Yeah, my favorite female knight. She's badass. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle has joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies with a noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Korthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to the final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander so much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Solmer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Mercy. Do I get teleported there? Oh, well. What we see now is a cutscene, full motion video, a cutscene, of a large castle, and then a large kind of walkway, one kind of straight path walkway. There seems to be some fighting. You have some chainmailed. There's one chainmailed kind of paladin, sword and shield dude. There's some others with spears. And Iceheart is here, looking up at that castle. And she starts to walk toward it along the kind of wide stone pathway. Apparently
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Apparently these are her knights, fighters, whatever. She starts to glow kind of aquamarine blue, light blue, dark blue, all the colors of blue. A blue orb, multicolored blue orb, floats up from her toward the sky, 25 feet in the air, and then kind of doesn't shatter, but it just expands outward into
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
The sphere just kind of becomes gigantic for a moment, encompassing the castle and the walkway and all the battlements, like little towers, not little, but towers along this walkway. And then winks out, and now she's shouting to the heavens.
The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Now drakes, dragons, wyverns, however you want to call them, they start to fly toward that castle. And I'm going to end this video here because I have to go use the restroom and I don't want to have that time wasted. So I'll be back soon to continue with Defenders for Ishgard. We'll see you guys soon.